With the solar power flowing through my house and a new basement item storage system, every room in the house feels like it is ready. Yet, the first magical experiment has drawn me deeper under my house. The strange tablet I got full of ember magic and its origins leads me there. I've now discovered a strange new power source hidden deep under the bedrock out of sight. The Embers shows signs of being very powerful. I built the machine it describes in the tablet and have placed it at bedrock. Within moments the strange shards were being mined and proved the ancient tablet was telling me the truth. Now then, and welcome back to another episode of A Druid's Tale. Today, on the Horizons 3 mod pack, I've been mostly building pillars and basements and all sorts of things. I've actually been catching up with a lot of things that we've needed to get done and I've neglected. And last episode, trying to figure out how to do the Embers mod just proved to me that there was a few things fundamentally missing, the clay being one thing. So we made the power supply up the top, and I brought the power supply down, and now I've got power supply coming to energy cells all the way through here and in the basement, and there's even one just hidden up around here as well, with cables running all the way through these pillars. So each one of these pillars, apart from that one there and that one there, have cables running up through them. The crafting ones all work and are joined up to my storage section, which I've had to move around a little bit. I maybe should have done this on the episode, but I think I've covered this mod already. We've got all of this, look. Okay, so I just brought a load of wood down, made a load of chests, set up a load of linked storage things so that it's all got lots and lots of space. So I'm not going to run out of space for a long time in my storage system. And this is just a bunch of danger zone chests. Just everything and anything goes into the chests however it feels like it. So long as I've got access to a terminal, which I've even got an access terminal down here, a request terminal, I can access everything that's down here in the basement. And of course anything else that it's connected to, including it's connected just up here into this area, which is the mining stuff. And it also goes all the way down into the mines and connects up down here through all of this stuff. So I've got access to everything in here exactly the same. So everything's all connected storage-wise. And to get some progress done, I also set up this clay automated crafting. Now, I've not done it this way before. Normally I do some kind of thermal expansion crafting thing, auto-crafting, but there is no thermal expansion auto-crafting, it seems. Maybe I'm mistaken, but I couldn't find it. But I did find this auto-crafter from Cyclic, which is able to do this so long as I put the right ingredients in, it should produce, right? So every time it produces a slag, or well, 2 slag, every time it produces 2 slag, it will make another clay, right? That's the recipe. And the slag is being produced here like before, with the constant lead ingots being pulverized through into this, potentially making some slag. Every 25% chance of every process, put some slag in there. And then this goes from there into the thing here. And also the dirt, when I decide I want to put some dirt in, I put the dirt in here manually and it gets sucked out and put into here. And the infinite water thing is just a loop. There's a aqueous accumulator up there with a fluid transposer set to receive water and receive and push auto input output buckets and empty buckets. Which is where these buckets are going from. So it pushes the in buckets into here, gets used in the crafting, the empty bucket gets put there, gets pulled back out, the clay gets made, just like that. Simple enough, yeah? It only runs while I've put dirt in it though. So when I have not put dirt in it down here, it won't make clay here. So when I want a run of clay, I will put dirt in here to the amount of clay that I want. And until then, let's go and take this upstairs, because I've got plenty of clay then for today's episode. And I'm also going to take a few stacks of sand as well, because I believe it was sand and clay that I needed. I'm not sure about equal amounts, but I can always come down and get some more. I've got 47 stacks of sand, and I've got 180 clay still down here, and a bit of gravel down here. So it's all good, right? The other thing I've done was make sure that I'm ready upstairs, like right up on the top floor, ready to do all the things that I'm planning on doing on the rooftop. So I did this to kind of plan where the pillars were going to be in one respect. You can see the pillars of the basement are these 1, 2, 3, 4 here. And there's another 1, 2, 3 should be there, and 4's at the end in the corner, right? The solar panels for each of these 3 sections. This is the corridor that runs on the upper floor, and to keep the corridor looking big and epic, we've got the corridor blocking it off. So I end up with a north wing, an east wing, and a south wing. And then of course this side over here will be a west wing, but at the minute this is the south wing. So each wing will have the solar panels on the top and power going down through one of the pillars. And in this case there's only one pillar that takes power down. Over this side there is that one plus this one in the corner here, which services both this section and this section, goes down there. And over here we've just got a crafting grid, so in case I'm up here and I'm crafting the solar panels, I can do it from there. Or if I'm up here crafting the solar panels, I can do it from there. It's also maintaining that column right down there is crafting, and that one are power, and then this one would also be crafting if there was one. I think that's a blank one down there. And so on, yeah. So I've set it all up so I could see it and make it simple and easy for me to understand. And once I've got enough materials to make more solar panels, they will all get solar panelled up over here. But I want to, today, get on with some of this here stuff that looks really cool. Oh yeah, I moved all of this down into that basement area as well. I want to make some of this stuff. This looks really cool, Embers, and I want to play around with it. And now I know that it just needed some clay. I've got the clay. I'm good. I believe, though, that the first thing, and I did this in my test run of this mod pack, way back in episode 0, killed one of these, made an ancient codex. The ancient codex, the first time I've made it, look, the ancient codex has a really cool graphic about it. It has tabs like these, different tabs, and each one has some really cool features. Yeah, it's kind of a magic mod that has tech in it. So it's both basically doing auto crafting and auto smelting and things. That's what it seems like. And from what Valen told me from Mischief of Mice, who's done a complete set playlist of tutorials and bit by bits, which he does excellently well. Very informative, telling me all about it. And I've got him in the Discord group as well, telling me all about it, so that I can progress through it. The main thing is the way it looks. I think we can probably do a lot of these things, a lot of this stuff, like smelting stuff and all that kind of stuff. I think we can do a lot of that with thermal expansion. I don't think we have to worry too much about using this mod, but it's cool looking. I think it's going to look very cool if I use it as an aesthetically pleasing part of my base out here in these sections and the like, yeah? So, going to start today. I think the basics, we need energy. And out of these machinations of fire, metallurgic constructs, transmutations, augmented smelting, I actually quite like the construct idea. If there was such a thing. There's hammers and anvils and these great big clockwork tools and things. They look pretty cool. But it all starts with energy. And a method of getting energy. The first thing, the antique adversaries. Those are the things that we've got to kill and just take all of their stuff, right? That's what we got this material from. Then there's things like a tinker's hammer. With a dense head of lead and iron, the tinker's hammer proves a wieldy tool that can be useful to pound 4 ingots of metal into a plate. And you can imagine it being useful for getting certain machines to cooperate. So it's basically a good tool. So we're going to need a tinker hammer. That's going to be the first thing on my list. I've got my access point here. Let's put a hammer in, and we're going to have a tinker's hammer from Embers. A bit of lead, a bit of iron, and a couple of sticks. Let's hope. Now, this storage request table from Simple Storage Network has a lot of problems with a few of the crafting recipes. A lot of problems with a few. Like, it crashes a lot with a few. But bear with me if I do crash while I'm crafting stuff during the series. I'm not going to change using this to a more high-tech version. Simple Storage Network is the mod that I'm using for storage in this playthrough. And I probably won't be going into Applied Energistics. But this mod, Embers, does have its own kind of like storage and transference system, pipes and things. So we might change a few of these things to pipes. One of the simplest mechanisms necessary for your ambitions is the pipe, a simple means of moving materials. You have developed both iron and lead pipes. Iron pipes can be used to transport fluids, while lead pipes can be used to transfer items. Pipes can only insert into tanks or inventories. However, to extract, you must craft a corresponding pump, place it adjacent to the container, and power it with redstone. Now, I've seen those in action, and the pipes are pretty cool, right? We've got these pipes available. They're pretty cool, and I've seen the fluid and the item pipes in action. You do need to make plates, which is why we've got the hammer to make plates, and it does look cool, but it's still not a storage method. This is still a storage system. But I'm sure that this Embers is going to have lots of cool functions in itself, right? So, what's the next thing? Ores. Deep in the vaults, we've found silver and all that kind of stuff. I think we've already found all of the things. Copper, lead, silver, quartz. Yeah, so we've done most of the raw materials already. We've found those and just used them in general thermal expansion stuff. An atmospheric gauge, dials, fluid vessel, and caminite. This is the thing. Very sturdy caminite mixed from a bit of clay and sand. The mixture yields, when baked, a material that you believe will be hard enough for your purposes throughout all of your mechanical ambitions. That's what we needed the clay for. A lot of things need the clay. Now, there's this energy thing in Embers. The Embers bore excavation yields several curious glowing crystals. These crystals come in several sizes, the larger Ember crystal and the smaller Ember shard. These crystals are clearly evidence that the power of the core of the world both exists and can be indirectly tapped. Through the immolation of these crystals, you believe you may be able to activate the power within them for use. So, solid heat, these Ember bores things are pretty cool, right? And this is the power that we use in Embers. The power of the Earth's core, which is basically below bedrock. And in order to do that, we need to make a bore, diggy hole. While bedrock may halt your downward advances, it will not halt your machines. The Ember bore must be fueled with normal furnace fuel items and must be placed at the position where the blades of the bore can touch bedrock. When fueled, the bore will dig up Ember crystals from deeper into the earth for your future use. Hoppers and other item transporters must be used to extract the insert fuel and crystals from the bore. So the bore is what we're going to need first in order to extract Ember crystals, in order to be able to use those in like refineries and all these kind of things to make power, to make an energy source, right? So that's where we're at. So what we got to go and get Embers. We're going to need a bore. I should have probably just put bore in there. There it is. An Ember bore. Now, I believe it is a multi-part item, but a single block placement. So you only have to make one block, but it makes a large item. And we need some brick stairs for some reason. And we need a mechanical core. The mechanical core looks easy enough. We should be able to make a lead plate, a compass, and some iron ingots and all that kind of stuff. Let's hope that we don't have a problem with that anyway. Let's put a bore in there. Let's do this first. A compass. Yes, we can do the compass. That's a good start. I'm really worried about these things breaking. There's a lead piece. Some of these recipes that I've been doing this morning have crashed me out a few times, and I've had problems just getting back onto the game. There's those things. Caminite blends, that stuff. Okay, so if I throw this into the system now, I think I'm going to get a couple of stacks of this, if I can. Get a couple of stacks, yeah, and start cooking a couple of stacks of this. Because, you know, I'm going to need a lot of this. over the course of time. So let's put that in there, take the charcoal out now. That charcoal should be done as well. I've been powering my farms and all sorts of things on charcoal now because I got so much wood supplies from just going out there chopping that up every now and again. So it's quite a good process, I think. Boar. So the other thing that we needed for the boar was just some metal ingots and a copper ingot. I'm pretty sure that everything but the stairs are available, which means that we just need to make a load of these camonite bricks and cook it all off. So I'll be right back when we've got those. Well, I suppose while we're waiting for it, we could be making more impact or more impactful decisions. Like we could have an area somewhere around here for diggy machines. Yeah. So I'm thinking whether we have something just going down the side, like one of these trapdoors goes down underground around here, so it's still in line with the main area. Just another room like this further down, maybe. Maybe have an Embers section over here. Or, yeah, crystals over there, Embers over here. And all of these materials that I gather can be stored up in the warehouse instead of down here. And void off any excess. So I'll probably do that, actually. So, okay, let's think. Where do we want to put our entrance to it? I guess here will be okay. So let's go straight down. Digging straight down, always a good thing. There's bedrock. Okay, so our bedrock here. So now activate, and we'll just carve out a little bit in all directions here, just so that we've got some space to work. I think I will work in one way or the other. Let's see which direction. We want to go in this direction, so we want to open up in this way as far as we can in this way, just to make sure. I'll probably do another entrance on the opposite side, but we want to be nice and at the flat bedrock area, won't we? So I'll probably block this all off so we can get up here. But the blocks from this mod do look really nice, so I probably will want to use some of those instead. And let's go with another corner on this side. Then we just have it basically a ball right in the middle of this. Middle of the two. All the way down to bedrock though. I can have all of this done as well though. There we go. So we'll just carve this out nicely and have this ready for when we've got the boar. Okay, we've got enough for the boar itself. Right? Ta-da! Done the boar. That's awesome. Okay, we'll take some of that charcoal that we had, because that's going to be a fuel for it. We're going to need some piping for it as well, so we're going to need some ducts and some servos. I don't know if I can power this with anything else. I don't know if I can extract with ducts and servos from thermal expansion. I suppose I should power it with its own pipes, shouldn't I? I should power it with its own Embers pipes. So let's see, I want to pump items in and out. So let's see about making a couple more of those. That's it, an item extractor. We've got the plate and two other item things. So we've got those, that's good. And I also want one of the fancy levers as well. These fancy levers look pretty awesome. So there, we got that. I'll have 4 of them as well, that's good. So overall, I'm going to take the Tinker's Hammer as well, just to make sure that I've got everything from there. I believe I should have everything. I would rather not use these servos and all that, but I will if I have to. I probably also need a chest. Do they do an Embers chest? I'm not sure that they do an Embers chest. We'll have to find that one out as well. Let's just get normal basic drawers for now and see if those work. Okay. I might need a second extractor, but I'll come back for that if I do. We'll get this downstairs first. So, apparently, I should just be able to place it directly on top of the block here, and the boars will work from that. Yeah, there we go. So, it's got blades that do free flowing around like that higher up, but it needs to go into bedrock to be able to attach some kind of hidden energy source, energy crystals from underneath, and bore it out of the bedrock. So there's no easy way of setting this up apart from pipes. So we're going to end up with a piping system that goes in and out on the top there. I'm going to rearrange this a little bit as well. So I want to change all the wall up with these anarchic bricks, which I believe the recipe is anarchic bricks. There's a recipe and exchange table, which we're going to have to make soon enough. That's just dawnstone plate. Okay, that's cool. Dawnstone ingots, which are on a stamper, and a stamper's copper, cyanide, and block of iron. Cool. Okay, there's lots of things. That'll probably be for next episode, though. For now, I'm just going to make this place look tidy and have a look about setting this up to make it run. Okay, so a couple of things to make it easier to make it work are these mechanical cores, right? The compass and the lead plate again. They have kind of like 6 sides of access points for the pipes. They're kind of the core thing. And then there's these bits here, which are machine accessors. Accessor, which kind of extends that around about a bit. It needs a brick, an iron plate, and a bit of iron to make them. I'm going to make 2 of those for now. I think I can make a few more, and having the other bricks around will be another thing. And I think I've got everything then. I've thrown quite a few of the bricks that I've had down here from places, and I intend on keeping this kind of theme going. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this mechanical then there. That should have pipes going down into it on all 6 sides. It just basically pipes going through. And then I'm going to have one of these accessors here. So the pipe again has got 6 sides, but it's got a nice looking outside piece. And I'm going to have another one on this side, okay? And then probably just put the that there and that there kind of thing to set up little bores in this room downstairs, which is why I've got this little bit of a theme going on around here as well, yeah? And then we need to put something in one. So actually we need to extract from one. So let's put one of these on. This is the item extractor, and that's going to require a redstone signal. I think we put a redstone signal right on it, yeah? And then we're going to have some item pipes running from that to a barrel for the thing that we need to put it in, yeah? So that should connect. Yes, it does. Good. Awesome. So there's that. That's currently off, though, right? And then we know to do the same thing, but in opposite, because we need to put items in. So we're going to have an extractor. I didn't want the extractor there. That's not quite what I meant. Have I got it on V setting? Yeah, that one. Put that on the side here. And then put another on there. And then put another back just there with some charcoal in. So then the charcoal will get pulled out. So hopefully when I flick this switch, the charcoal should flip that out and it starts digging, right? So it's now digging up these amber crystal things, which is pretty cool. And with this setup here, I should be able to get another one in this corner and have the 2 components going, one pulling from this side into here as well, and one pulling out into here and out into there again. So let's see if the process is happening. Yes, look, we've already got these shards, these crystals. Ember crystal and ember shards. Nice. So it will pull those out as and when it can. I think I need a double basic drawer there, don't I? So that we'd end up with the 2 high basic drawers. So we've got the 2 items being produced. Let's see about a drawer. We want one of those. Can I have one of those, please? I don't have enough any substance whatsoever. Yes, I do. I got some spruce. I got some spruce, so we can take this off here. And then, well, let's just turn that off. Just because I don't know if these pipes will just like spit items into the thin air and destroy them if we're not careful. Okay, it's like that. I think I got those 2. Put that up there and that in there. That should be good to go now. So it's already taken. It's taken all that charcoal. It's already gone. All the charcoal's gone. So it's holding the charcoal inside this drill thing, and it's producing the amber crystals, which we will get to use in the next episode. So thank you all very, very much for watching today's episode. I hope you enjoyed today's A Druid's Tale. We'll be back with some more very soon. I like this Embers mod, and I'm starting to get a feel for how I want my whole area, my base to look in this stone style, in this Druid's Tale style. Until next episode though, thank you very much. Don't forget to leave likes and comments down below. I do read them and I will get in touch with you in the comments. If you have some really good suggestions, then please put them down there. I will see you in the next episode. Thank you and goodbye.